Hello, so I've just got back from the doctors and good and not so good. I won't say bad, I'll say not so good. So he weren't worried about me, the things that were a bit elevated, he weren't worried at all about those. He said that would have probably been the cold that I've had. However, I've now got to do something about my weight and I need to do it now. I need to start eating healthier and exercising. So he said I'm not quite there, but I'm borderline, like it's knocking, like being diabetic. So yeah, I need to, there's no fish and chips tonight. There's no fish and chips tonight. I'm not having anything fried. I'm not going to be eating anything fried or anything anymore. It's just going back to what I was doing last year when I was having my little boiled potatoes done in the oven, which were completely fine. You know, they were fine. I was losing weight doing that. And also I need to get more active. So I'm going to be using the walking pad a lot more of an evening or during the, whenever I can on the morning or whenever. I'm going to try and do an hour on that thing a day, even if it's just two halves of that, 2.5 hours each. And then Tom said we'll start getting up early again and going out on the morning and doing his 10,000 steps because, yeah, I knew anyway. I'm heavier now, and this. He said to me, when did you last get weighed here? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. So he said it was 2022 when I last got weighed there. And since then, yeah, it's not good. And I'm now heavier than I was last May when I started trying to do my healthy eating back in May. So, that could explain me, my water work problem, because that's a symptom of it, isn't it? Coming on is increased urination and whatnot. So I'm doing myself no favours. So yeah, this is day one, really. This is day one of eating more healthier. So yeah, I think it scared me a little bit. So I'm gonna go on treadmill. I'm gonna go on walking pad in a second. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I know I need to do something, and jacket potatoes. I'm gonna, when I lost my final 2.5 stone all those years ago. This is no word of a lie, right? It might not be for everybody. It's not, it's just what happened. It's just what worked for me. Every morning I had a little cooked breakfast, nothing fried. It were all healthy, all done healthily. Doing fry light and whatnot. I cut the fat off my bacon, all that kind of stuff. I had that, and then for my tea, I had a jacket potato and gammon and a little bit of coleslaw. And I looked like a different person. I really did. I really did look like a different person. It's just, yeah. I'm cross with myself because I know how hard it is to lose it, and it took a lot. It took a lot, but I was so determined back then, and my confidence back then as well. Wow. I was so confident. I looked lovely. I really did. I look back at pictures of myself and I think, you still thought that you were. Well, I still thought I was. And I weren't. I looked really, really well. So, yeah. Anyway, and like I say, it's just upsetting to know that I've just undone all that hard work that I did. I've undone it all, and it's my own fault. I've got nobody to blame but myself. Nobody's made me slip back into old habits and have onion rings, and no more of those. No more of those for the foreseeable, I'm afraid. Everything in moderation, I'm afraid it's going to have to be. I'm not going to completely restrict myself and not say I'm not going to ever have this again or that again. So I don't need people, saying to me, oh, should you be having that? Everything in moderation is fine, but I'm going to be cutting back is what I'm going to be doing. I will be cutting back a lot. Like nothing fried anymore, like my fried chips and stuff. No more of that, and that's why I'm not having the fish and chips tonight. I'm really looking forward to it as well, but I'm not doing it. I'm gonna have, I don't know what I'm gonna have because I've got nothing in really. The thing is now, I can't get any shopping now again until next week. So we've not really got anything in that's going to do me any favours, which is annoying, especially when I've been told today, you know. But I'll have to see what. Yeah, I'll come up with something. I'll have to have a look through. Anyway, I'm going to get off, so I'm going to go on my walking pad, I think. Yeah. See you all later.